Good morning, Pat. Good morning, 3B colleagues. How are you? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be at Pat's party. I'm going to be doing a training in Connecticut, and as you can see, I'm out on the road again today. Lots happened since I left the VA. The biggest is that I left and went out into the private sector for a little while, and then had an opportunity, went back to school, got my PhD, and I've been teaching. I was at Eastern Connecticut State University for 13 years, just retired in December, and I just started a new position at University of St. Joseph. I'm teaching in the MSW program, and what's exciting about that actually fits into the purpose of the video, which is they have three sequences: health, mental health, children and families, and veterans. And I'm actually in charge of the veteran sequence. So I started off my career working with veterans, and I'm ending my career teaching people how to work with veterans. So, because I hear that Pat's getting ready to leave the VA, I'm happy for you. I know that your leaving has got to be fraught with lots of mixed feelings, because I know how much you were devoted to your work with veterans. Also brings back a whole flood of memories. As I was thinking about putting together this video, I was struck by some of the amazing experiences we had in the 5 years that we were on 3B. So these aren't in any particular order, but I guess I'd start off with, I can remember one of the early planning meetings when we were meeting with Dr. Michelle, who was the chief of staff at the time, who was our liaison on the admin side to get the unit built. And historically, 3B was the pulmonary unit, which I guess back in the day might have even had TB patients there. And we're sitting in a meeting and we're talking about what we need in terms of furniture and equipment and whatnot. And Dr. Michelle just kind of spontaneously blurted out, well, why are you buying them all new furniture? They're just going to puke and pee on it all over the place anyway. So I guess we must have known from early on that the administration would not be terribly supportive to our efforts. If Don Wiggins is in the room, I hope that Don remembers that you're the person that I think helped to instill the concept that we were all family, because you referred to anybody, regardless of who they were, as your cousin. And for that, I'm very appreciative, because one of the mantras I use all the time with my students is that we're in this together, and that certainly was the spirit that one had working on 3B. The other thing is that we had some incredible life experiences. I tell some of these stories to my students, and they just shake their heads like, nah, that never happened. About the day that a particular patient couldn't get admitted and shinnied up the flagpole with a machete and was going to hold the hospital hostage, and a staff person had to go up in the cherry picker of a fire truck and talk him down. Another day we got a call that one of our patients was holding one of his coworkers outside a second-story window at a post office in Warwick. And the time that I was almost assaulted by a patient's wife at Star Market at University Heights because she was upset that we had kidnapped her husband. And the time that the Navy Wives Club came up at the holidays and wanted to provide holiday spirit and cheer to our patients, and had brought cookies. And I indicated that we had to do an inspection, and the first 10 I opened was full of rum balls, and most of our patients at that time were on Antabuse. So it was quite an interesting place to work. The time that one of our patients received a delivery of flowers from the ECMFs in the shape of a clock dial, as they thought that he might rat them out. But I think, what I really remember the most was just the camaraderie and the sense that we were really committed to trying to create, at the time, which was a pretty revolutionary concept, which was addiction treatment, around the core belief that if one person in a family had a problem, so did other people, and that our best chances of being able to rehabilitate somebody was going to be able to work with them and their family to try to help them to be able to sort out and deal with the addiction and all the problems that it caused, from the perspective that if you're not part of the solution, you'd remain part of the problem. So I hope that you enjoy your retirement, Pat. You've worked a long time in order to get to this place, and as somebody who thought he was going to retire that didn't, I think retirement for a lot of us is it's a big unknown, and unfortunately I think not many of us really plan well for what we're going to do, given the fact that if you enjoy good health, and I hope that you do, that you'll probably have a second, third, maybe even a fourth act. That's how I look at teaching. I never would have thought that I'd been a social worker for 40-some years and be able to get into something else that I enjoy just as much, if not more, than a clinical work. But I think something else that I developed at 3B was a real interest in the whole area of addictions. In fact, I did my dissertation at Boston College on gambling. So I feel that that still continues to be an underserved area, and our community and society, particularly when you think of the number of people that are overdosing and you look at the median age. So obviously there's a tremendous need for the good work that we've done, and hopefully we'll be able to have people that will, pick up the mantle and carry on and fight the good fight. So all I can wish you, Pat, is the very best of luck, good health, and hopefully we'll be in contact in person and be able to celebrate your retirement. Take care, and all my love to everyone. Good day.